Hi, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. We're here. The crew is in Whitehouse, Yukon, right off the Alaskan Highway in Canada. And right out there is the Alaskan Highway, which was built in 1942. So, welcome to this Thursday night edition of Live. And we're here to discuss what we've done in the last week and what we've encountered and repairs we needed to make, and also what we've seen, the scenery. It's been pretty amazing. So glad you're joining us. And if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And yeah, Lennie says he's right over here. By the way, I should mention, right out here is Wayne and Carrie. Next to them is Bob and Pearl, and Bob's busy working on his video to come out tomorrow to catch everybody up on what we've done in the last week also. And then a few over is Lennie and Angela from Life with Lennie. So it's raining. Well, it may have stopped now. It's been raining the last 30 minutes or so. And believe it or not, I was on the phone with Ken and Kathy, and they turned around because of the smoke a day or two ago, I think it was, or today, I'm not sure which. And we was out in it at noon, and then we went back out in it about 2 or 3. Messing up. Okay, my internet messed up. I'm sorry. But so the smoke did catch us, and it was pretty thick when you get where you can see it. But we're moving further away from it, so hopefully it won't be an issue. We did get a lot of shopping done today. And since we left you at Upper Nat Lake in British Columbia last week, we did have 3 stops since then. And one of them was the signpost forest in Watson Lake. And I'd like to show you a picture if this will cooperate. I was not having luck earlier when I was trying. Let's see if it will come up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll know here in a moment. Nope, an error. Let me try a different picture. That was the rainbow. We had a double rainbow over Upper Nat Lake before we left after the last live. That same night, I believe. And let's see here. Let's try this one and see if it will present. But how's everybody doing? No, I can't get anything to show. My internet, I guess, is spotty right now for some reason. It's blinking out too. Lennie says is partly the smoke and rain and clouds, and the fact that every RVer in here has Starlink. That might have something to do with it also, So we're dealing with this the best we can. Plus, I've mounted since last time. Actually, I did it before I left Upper Nat Lake. I mounted my Starlink flat. It's an articulate one, that generation 2, Gen 2, I think is what it's called. And I put it flat on its stand on my cargo platform where I have my little generator and spare gas. I put it on there, and I've been running it full time ever since, and it works as long as I'm pointing the right direction. And here it's pointing north. Some places it's pointing south, and it's not consistent. So Starlink tells me where to point it. So I backed in here up against a hillside, but it's which is my back end's facing north, and that's where the signal's supposed to be. And it's been great. I've been streaming stuff, uploading videos, and everything else. And it looks like Bob and Pearl's also having internet issues, and they're right here, of course. And there you go, Wayne Carey. Glad that you could join us. And by the way, I should mention that X-Fired Up Crackerback Palace was first in the house. Bill, thank you for that. But yeah, so this place is probably the tightest RV park I've ever been to. All last week until yesterday, we've been boondocking. We boondocked right at the signpost force, right outside, not 20 foot from the back entrance to signpost force. That was on my thumbnail, and the people there said we could boondock there as long as we wanted, but we did 2 nights, and then we moved on to Morley River. The girls are finding these amazing boondocking sites. Hats off to Angela, and Harry. They're doing a great job. And we stayed at Marley Lake 3 nights and put up the clam tent so that we all could actually have go in there and eat meals and play games and stuff. Looks like my sister's in the house. Late getting on, the girls got out to, oh, okay, her dog's getting in a fight. Okay, I'm late tonight, I should say. I'm sorry. I realized that about 3 minutes to 5 was out shopping, and I got to do a live. So we hurried back so I could get it by 6 o'clock. I hope that didn't mess people up too much, but it's going to be 5 or 6 o'clock each Thursday night, and I'm going to try to hit 5 as much as I can. Now, when we get in Alaska, which is only a couple stops away, I think, maybe 3, we'll be on Alaskan time, which is even an hour earlier than Pacific time. So we'll lose an hour. No, we will gain an hour. Sorry. You go west, you gain an hour. But trying to get that off of there. Anyhow, man, it's been a week. It's really been a week. I picked up the big rock from a big truck going the other direction. Just barely left Watson Lake after we filled up the fuel, and a junction of 1 and 37. And I wasn't even all the way up to speed, and this big old rock, it sounded like a shotgun going off. It looked like a baseball bat hit it. So it put a big, I'd say maybe 3-inch diameter crack in it. And anyhow, I wanted to show pictures of that. I forgot to put up, here's a link if you'd like to come on. Anybody want to join me live? I forgot to put the link up. I'm sorry, I'm still new at this, I guess. So here's the link if you would like to join me live. Anybody that has a connection can do that. And there's the link. Just click on it. You'll be put in the green room, and you give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come on. But yeah, that windshield was something else. And thanks to all the guys, Bob and Wayne and Lennie, to help repair that the best we could before I drove any further, because it developed about a 12-inch crack towards the driver. Okay. I don't know if you can post that in the comments or not. You can try. I didn't think you could do that kind of stuff, but that would be great. That's a that's kind of he's not nice. He had issues earlier in the trip for a whole week. Their electrical system, their big solar and battery bank didn't work because it turns out they had loose connections and it was less than a year old. So it tells us that we need to tighten up our connections on their systems from time to time. Um, but anyhow, uh, the windshield. We use several of those kits you can buy to repair it, and I felt better about it. The drive here was about 140 miles, and it was the smoothest road we've had, even though there was a rough patch here and there. But overall, it was the smoothest road yet. So, but it held up. And then I got here because of ball and found a place in Whitehorse when we was still at Morley Lake where we was trying to fix this. That's that I called and he said he'd come out and look at it, and I called him this morning and he did. He came and looked at it. He was here in about 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, I didn't think it would allow pictures. So, but anyhow, I'll keep trying to present pictures. I don't know why. Maybe the pictures are too high def or something, and with the connection I have right now. But it is what it is. Uh, says keep saying it won't let me do it, and again it did that. But we put in, I don't know, maybe rents of three different kits. The glue that comes in the kits is the most important thing, or it's called a rosin. So that is the most important thing. And of course, you can't just buy that. So we went in, and when I was being late for my live, an hour late, I was in Canadian Tire buying a bunch of those kits, and so was Lennie. We bought two different kits. I got a total of five, and he got a total of six, and he got a total of five. So I hope we got enough for the future because we're all getting chips. Lennie repaired a chip on his motorhome windshield, similar to mine but a lot smaller, just this morning. So this is going on with all the windshields of the Jeeps. Wayne and Carrie had to do it to their Jeep a few times, and of course Lennie got a new windshield. He's hoping he won't get any chips on it. And then of course earlier in the trip I didn't get in on that. Wayne had to repair a whole corner of his windshield on his motorhome with a kit. And the kits, the professional kits, we watched the guy and talked to the guy. He said they're $1,000, and of course the glue, the rosin is more special than what you can buy over the counter. Even though those kits weren't cheap, they were $28 and $18, which surprised me. I was going to go in. I thought they was $10 a piece. I was going to go in and buy 10 of them. But anyhow, the guy repaired my windshield the best he could to give me the best chance to make it out of here for 2 or 3 months. He drilled 3 holes in the cracks and then put rosin in them. And anyhow, for the best. That was, and then Bob suggests we buy, if he could sell us a bit that goes in the Dremel tool, because Wayne has a Dremel tool with him that would work for this, and we did. It's a special bit. Anyhow, drilling those 3 holes and putting more of the rosin in it and the bit, it was like $237 Canadian. I'm finding out in Canada, they're not cheaper than the U.S. And I'll tell you another big surprise to me. As bad as the processed food is in the USA, it's actually healthier than here in Canada for the most part. I'm totally surprised, but they use canola oil and soybean oil on everything that's prepackaged, which is the worst thing you can ever use. And for a man, soybean oil is the worst thing you could use. But that stuff, if you haven't done it, look it up, research it. Canola oil was developed for airplane engines lube, okay? And now they figured out it's cheap to build and we can sell it and put it in our food supply and call it food when it's not food. But anyhow, that's another story. So, so the windshield's got the best chance we can give it. He can't guarantee anything, of course. I may have to, based on what happens here, I may have to have him order a windshield that takes at least 2 weeks to get and have him put it in when I come back down. He did say that the only danger, there's no safety danger other than if that crack comes in my field of view and the sun reflects off that crack and temporarily blinds you for a split second, it could cause a crash. And then on motorhome, it only takes a split second to lose your concentration and go off the road. It don't take much at all. So it is some danger there, but I'm hoping it does not come to that. Yep, that's true. Got to pay for the transportation and having supplies shipped in. Anyhow, this RV park, back to it. I'm changing the subject again. 2 sites. I stepped it off. 2 sites is 27 foot wide. Okay, I want you to think about that. 2 sites is 20. 2 RVs is 17 foot wide. Not counting sites. That's how narrow these sites are. And by the way, you can get 30 amp, or you can get 15 amp, or no electricity. You can get dry camping, nothing, just water. You can get just water and sewer, but there's no 50 amp, so I got 30 amp while I'm here, and I think everybody else did also. That's all they offer. Guys, did any of you want to come on? Lennie, you want to come on and say hi and promote your channel? That would be great, because Lennie's putting out videos also. Gosh, I wish I could show you the pictures of the sun post-force. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Bob, when he gets into editing video, nothing can pull him away for a day or two. So here he is. Bob, you ready? Look at that. He's going to come on, bail me out of this.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody knows Next Exit channel, Bob. If you don't, you got to check out his wonderful, amazing videos he's been putting out on this trip every week that shows everything. Right, Bob?
Well, we give it our best shot. I've got really bad internet. If I start cutting out, let me know and just kick me off.
Well, I cut out that one time. I know I saw it spinning on this end, but so far it's holding up. Bob,
Good.
tell us about what happened.
I'm putting out my first video tomorrow with no green screen. First video in a year or two, I think.
Can you say that again, Bob? You cut out.
Okay. I'm going to put out a video for a roundtable where we all sit and visited about the different issues tomorrow, but no green screen on the whole video. First time in a while.
Yeah. And we all love the green screen. You do amazing work with that. But hey, tell us about what you had to get yesterday.
Pearl got her a refrigerator quit, and Pearl got her a little, it's probably a third or a fourth as big as her regular one. Yeah. So she's struggling with it, but she's making do. We had dinner, so it's working.
Yeah, it's like a college one. It's about, what do you say, about 3 foot tall max?
3 foot, 3.3 cubic feet is the inside diameter.
So that's about half of mine. You've got a double one of mine, so that's about half of my fridge.
But
About
we have a freezer in the Jeep that it is
yeah.
probably at least 2 cubic feet, maybe. So with the freezer in the Jeep and this little refrigerator, we're gonna try to keep up with you guys.
Oh, you're going to be able to do it. I have no doubt. So what is Lennie saying? Oh, how's the fridge? He was just asking. So it's working great, right?
Yes. And
Good
we got
deal.
all of our stuff back. Lennie had stuff in his refrigerator freezer, Lennie and Angela and Wayne and Carrie. So they brought it, we got all the stuff back and got it all in.
Yeah. So when is your video going to be out tomorrow?
Probably at
You
5 in the morning, Alaska
okay.
time or
Okay.
Canadian time.
All right. Well, when we get done here, we're all got to get together and play some games, right?
If you can talk the girls into it, I don't know.
We got that room over there with tables and chairs. It'd be a good place to do it. But hopefully we can do that. That's always fun to get together. We've been playing.
Are you wearing pants?
I am. I'm wearing jeans right now.
Oh, well,
I'm in a
then maybe
park,
we can talk
Bob.
them into it.
I'm in a park. I got to wear jeans. I don't think I can get away with my pajamas. No, Bob's frozen. Yeah, it's bad internet here with all these RVers, and they come in droves. They come in what would you call them? Caravans? Yes, caravans of RVers coming in. They had one yesterday. Had one come in today. There's a lot of people here.
Am I still froze up?
Yeah. Nope, you're free.
We had a guy.
He said you're free.
Oh, okay.
There's
That's
an
good.
RV coming in right there.
Yep. Chateau.
Oh God, there's two more behind them.
That's another caravan either coming or going.
Yep. Yep. Well, I think they're coming this late in the day. I don't know where they're going to park though. This place is pretty full.
I'm guessing you're going to get a neighbor, buddy.
Well, if I do, I might have a dent because I don't think they're going to be able to get in here very easily.
Yep, the little 10-year-old girl looks like is directing her in. You may get one on both sides.
Actually, that is a woman, I think.
But she's a short little thing.
Oh, that next to me over there, Bob, there's two spots. So they're not going up against me.
Well, there's another one right behind them.
That is actually two spots.
Well, I can see further than you. There's another one behind them.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know where they're going. But these spots,
I got good neighbors over here. I don't know what you're going to get.
Well, yeah, well, what can I
say? Looks like bees to honey, Don. They're all around you.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to back in next to me, and that's not a back in sight. That's oh man, these people don't pay attention. That's a sight you got to pull straight into.
Well, you better go out there and tell them.
Well, I'm live on the internet. You gonna hold down the fort?
You got one on the other side too. Oh, Don's coming outside. Okay, everybody. Don's out directing traffic. If I'm still on here, he's telling them what for. And Don, he's an expert at telling you what for. Okay, here he comes. We're about to get our host back. Looks like he's coming in out of the rain.
Well, he doesn't speak English. But with my hand signals, he understood.
Go down by the...
So he's got to flip it around.
What language do you think he's talking?
French.
Oh.
He's going to drive in.
So that tells me he's from Ontario area, or
I forgot about that.
Like that. That's a rental. That's another thing. You see almost exclusive rentals.
Yeah. You got one right up close and personal on both sides. You're a
Well,
lucky
let's put
guy,
it this
man.
way: we could hold hands without leaving the RVs.
They can, yeah. Lennie and Angela got the best spot. Lennie and Angela's got a great spot down there.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Oh, this one over here changed it. He's coming over next to me, but
Yeah.
what he don't realize, he's got to pull in too.
Well, if he's got a long enough hose, he can hook up to anything.
Oh, and there's one behind him. We got a mess going on here.
Out here, it's going to move this Jeep.
Yeah, people are coming out of their RVs and moving their cars. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a mess. The first one that backed in there, he pulled out. No, that's him. He moved over to the one next to me. Unfortunately, you got to head in on that one. And then she's talking to another one, so they must all be together.
When you say you have to pull in, is that just because of where the utility pole is?
That's where all the sewer, water, electricity is. And he's still trying to back in.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh,
hey.
he just hit something.
Don's gone again. It looks like.
I'm sorry, I don't know what he hit, but he just hit something.
Well, it wasn't me.
Right. No, it wasn't my rig either.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be fun to drain tanks over there. I'll tell you, and disconnect all that stuff tomorrow. Anyhow, with excitement, folks, excitement. Go film it. Carrie, go film. Angela's telling her to go film it.
I hadn't kept up with the comments. Anybody got anything exciting to say up there?
Well, just I'm putting them up as they come. Oh, look at this. There you go. That's because you and him are neighbors.
Oh, there's Lennie's out directing traffic in the rain.
Well, I'm glad somebody's doing it.
Lennie just seeks out issues. He likes solving problems, don't he?
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything over
there. Anyhow.
Lennie's going to come and join us, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh,
okay. This is the real life Lennie.
Oh, hi, Lennie.
He don't have his glasses on. He can't see.
Lennie, did
I had
you
to come see all the excitement. There's so much stuff going on over here. I thought there was going to be an ass whooping.
Well,
oh, can I say that?
Yeah, I think Don's channel you can.
I don't think any of them speak English. Lennie, you gonna give us a weather report?
It's raining.
It's raining. It's sprinkling. But that's another thing. It's rarely a day goes by since we've been in Canada, it does not rain some form amount every day. Very rare.
So this, I guess we're supposed to watch this one because this one
is a little bit of a delay. Yeah.
Delayed.
Yeah, that's all right.
The electrical storm has messed.
Hey, look who's here. Hey, Gary. Glad you could join us.
Gary's here?
Yeah.
RV living life. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
Gary.
Is it warm yet?
Is it warm yet?
Yeah. Well, it did make it 68 today briefly. It's 57.
I think it's going to be in the 70s now for a while.
Next week.
Oh, next week.
Yes. I think it is. And by the way, the girls have our next boondocking site right on a huge lake. I think it's going to be awesome. And I'm sorry, folks. I'd rather than being here, I'd rather be boondocking.
Yeah, this is a good spot though to get all your laundry done and get a new fridge put in and things like that. So it's a good stopover to get all your stuff done.
Get your RV washed.
Run to Canadian Tire a couple of times. Get some more DEF and 18 packs of windshield repair kits and.
So what those
Yep.
repair kits cost American? Do you know?
$20-something a piece.
Cheaper
Well,
than a
let's put it
windshield.
this way. I bought 7, and then I bought 20 hot chocolate K-cups and some washer fluid, and I want to say it was $170-something Canadian.
And that was for how many?
I got you got 5, I got 6.
So probably $20 or $25. Yeah, that's more than Amazon.
Well, they're
Yeah.
28. They're 28 Canadians times 7.7.
What that little drill bit cost? Did he give that to you, or did he sell it to you?
I don't know. He charged me $237 counting tax.
Okay, so he charged a little more for the extra.
Drill bit.
The drill bit, yeah.
The bit and the extra hose he drilled.
Okay. Well, he's a good guy. He seemed like he knew what he was talking about, huh?
Yep. I'm glad you found them for me, Bob.
Oh, is that the one that I sent you a link? Oh, that's good. That's a lucky hit. That's for sure.
Yep. You're the one that got it. And I think I got a better chance right now. Yes, I got some. I did, Carrie. I got some.
Got some what?
Oh, Bailey's.
Oh,
Chocolate pods.
Yep.
I did.
so did we figure out if we was going to play cards?
I think we are.
Yeah,
I
we're
got my
going to play
napkin.
cards when we're done here.
At the clubhouse.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We got people in here. They're just not making comments. So I don't know what to say.
Hey, I'd to tell Gary he should be very proud of his countrymen. Everybody is super, super nice here. Even getting into traffic is easy. He should be proud of his countrymen. They're doing a wonderful job representing out here.
And the drivers, I would say 99% better, friendlier.
Oh yeah.
99% of them are very friendly. And by the way,
It
Gary,
makes me.
Did
I put up
you
the
see
link
what
so
Gary
you
had to say?
What's that?
You see what Gary had to say? I've got a little drink, Gary. He said if I went on that trip, everyone would have a drink in their hand on the lives. Be a rule.
Well, Gary, you can come on the live. I'd put the link back up.
Don,
Bill.
don't forget to mention the people in the stores are so very, very helpful and very kind.
Yeah, they are. The people here are wonderful.
Yes.
All through Canada, through Alberta, British Columbia, now Yukon. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are in.
I'll tell you what, it surprised me. Pearl and I was talking about this earlier, is the restaurants. Probably if we go to 10 restaurants, at least 2 times, 20% of the time, Pearl's not happy with her meal. I don't think Pearl or I, either one, have been disappointed one time, and we've been to 8 or 10 restaurants, probably. I'm amazed at how good, because a lot of these are dinky little towns in the middle of nowhere, but the
food is
it's been so far.
Yep.
So far so good.
And they try to help you, and I mean it's just been a wonderful experience. If y'all ever have an opportunity out there to do this Alaskan trip, highly recommend it for several reasons, and one of them is the people are wonderful.
And probably the people didn't have anything to do with it, but one RV, the fifth wheel that we were with, if y'all were watching back in Shelby and in Island Park, Idaho, Ken and Kathy,
yes,
they turned around and went back to America.
Yep.
But not because of anything Canada did. It's the wildfire smoke and the long lines at the fuel stations.
back to the U.S.
What'd I say?
America, USA, America.
I think that's interchangeable.
United States.
Interchangeable.
Well,
So they headed back.
Yeah. I talked to them. I called while the guy was repairing the windshield when so I called them back, and they're heading back out of today. They left Prince George. So they're not
You know,
going through.
another-
They're not going to Blaine, Washington, though. They're going to the other one just
Aberdeen
east
something,
there.
wherever that is.
Yeah, right. So
Let me mix a drink first. I'll be on soon. All right.
when we did notice too, there's a lot of like the fantasy RV groups coming through here, a bunch of tour groups, and there are some, people are like worried about bringing their coaches up here. There are some very high end motorhomes coming through here.
Big time.
Oh,
Very
and,
expensive
London
and very big.
very big.
What's that?
I've seen 2 Londonairs today alone.
Yeah, we saw a couple London Airs, and what was that other one? There was that big old Prevost bus that looked like a fire truck that went out this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a lot better seeing
Yeah,
40-foot RVs
yeah.
instead of 20-foot vans.
Vans and campers.
Yeah.
And very expensive RVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a wonderful experience, even though my mirror, that's probably going to cost me a couple grand. It's all said and done. My windshield may cost me, well, I've already got $400 in my windshield, and it's not even replaced. So,
That's about 2 days of YouTube revenue for you.
oh no, it's not. No, it's not. I wish. I really do wish. But anyhow, it's all good. But yeah, YouTube is fighting me. I put up mean videos every day, and they are fighting me every inch of the way. They're making me replace some of the means. Oh, look who's in the house. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up, Gary. Well, they didn't give me a thumbs up. You ready?
Be careful. He'll give you a finger up, all right.
Gary, you ready?
At least you didn't say digit.
Yeah, that's what I should have said. He'll give you a digit. And there he is.
Yeah, but
There he was.
he's
There's
not-
back.
Hi,
say
Gary.
something. Hi, Gary. He's froze.
Yeah, we're in a
he is.
heavily forested park. This is probably our favorite spot of all parks in Canada that we regularly. So we're right beside a lake there, but we're under trees and we're in a valley. So there's no cell here.
Oh,
Yeah, so our cell goes out over Wi-Fi. Everything goes out over Starlink, and we only
Yeah.
have a little tiny hole sky for Starlink, but it works. But you'll probably lose me for 10 or 15 seconds every minute or two.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
Here's what I
Cheers.
miss. Some of the things I miss in the U.S. There we go.
Cheers.
Oh, Ford's Garage, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Even
So
though,
what are you
easy.
drinking, Bob?
what am I
A little
drinking?
bit of girly wine.
Girly
Oh,
wine.
girly wine. Is that a panty remover or what?
What?
I had my pants off until I saw Lennie come in the door, so I had to stick some pants on.
I came over to the trailer park end where they're getting into fights and stuff, and everything's calmed down now, though.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
once you start drinking that girly wine, everybody calms down, right?
Hey, Gary, I got a question, Gary. Being
Okay.
a Canadian, how hard is it for you to get used to Florida drivers when you go down there? Because it's like night and day.
Yes.
It is. Yeah, that's one thing we're saying in the background here is you don't have to tell us we're nice people. We know that I don't want to be rude, but we do notice stuff when we go to the U.S. Like when we sit in a restaurant, every time the waitress or waiter comes out by, they take away a glass, they give you your food. We say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's relentless. And when we go to Florida and we're with our friends we hang around with in Florida, we'll be coming back into Thousand Trails, Orlando, and our friends will just hold up their sign with their number and not even look at the person at the gate. They just drive through, right? And it's just not that they're rude. You just live differently, right?
Yeah.
Like when I come into the TTO, I generally stop at the gate, rap at the guy for 30 seconds, and then move on. It's just what we do, right? So,
Right.
Now, when you're talking about crazy drivers, the reason everybody's nice there is you're in the middle of nowhere. You go to any large city and everybody's an a-hole. Everybody's trying to get in front of you, all that stuff. And if you come to Toronto, it's the worst of all. Maybe Quebec is, but yeah.
Hey, Gary, we had a guy.
Hi, Carol.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, freshly smoked fish.
Well,
Carol
I
smoked
think
some
everybody's.
Rainbow.
I think everybody's frozen, but
Yeah.
Are we
Oh, you
frozen?
froze.
Oh, no, I'm moving.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, freshly smoked fish, rainbow trout. Carol
Hey,
smoked.
Oh,
Gary.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody is friendly, and everybody, like, because right in the middle of nowhere, will stop and help you if you have a trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
But we had a guy come the other day. We had a guy come the other day at 7:00 in the morning, knocking on all the doors, and we had been up late, so nobody was answering their doors. When he got to us, I answered the door, and he wanted some gas, and I told him, I said, we're diesel, we don't have any gas. Then he said, well, that's your Jeep out there. It's got gas tanks on it. And he almost was insulted that I wouldn't get dressed and come out and help him. So I did. I went out and helped him. But then I told him, that's okay. Take the gas and get to the next town. And I said, I don't need any money. That's okay. He didn't even really offer. He just he accepted it and took off. But I think that's because everybody wants to help everybody. He didn't expect me to charge him.
Well,
Yeah.
he did knock on my door, and he said, "You got gasoline, on my cargo rack?" And he said, "Can I buy 5 gallons?" And I said, "Man, I was up at the 1:30 last night. It might be a while." So I tried to go back to sleep for about 20 minutes, but I couldn't do it.
That's the American way. He said, wait for me. I'll be back out in an hour.
Well, I normally wouldn't do that, except for it was like 32 degrees out there or something, and he told me.
But
he
I
was
think
up
people
all-
expect it here more than in America. They expected everybody's going to help me if I have a problem. And
Well,
it caught me off guard a little bit, but then I started thinking about it. That's the way they are. They expect to get the help.
well,
So
I
that's a
don't even know.
kudos for them. It just caught me off guard.
Yeah, me too. But thing is, when I said I'd been up 1:30, he said I'd been up all night. So he was kind of rude coming back to that. That's why I was in no hurry. I figure he'd been up all night. He can wait another hour.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
If he's out of gas, he ain't going anyplace.
That guy sounds like an exception to the rule, actually. I don't know. Maybe where's he from?
Oh, we didn't. He is headed for Alaska, so that's probably where he's from.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
didn't know which way was Alaska from where we was at.
Yeah. So I think
he
maybe.
mentioned Watson Lake, and I said that's the opposite direction of Alaska.
Yeah. Right.
He was
So
a
who
little
knows
bit
who this
off.
person is? Yeah. I don't
It
think.
was a new truck, but he was a little bit off. He was not all. Yeah.
You look like
normal.
you're a little bit
Well, did you see the plate on his car? Where's he from?
No,
Didn't
he
look.
could be an American. I don't know. But
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could have been the U.S.
It sounds like he's from Arizona.
Sounds like he's from Gary. Sounds like he's from the U.S. for sure.
You got a point. He acted exactly how I would expect somebody from Arizona.
He didn't even bother knocking on our door. I must have gave off some sort of vibe or something. Said, "Don't come here."
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have gasoline on the back
Yeah,
of your
that's
rig.
true. Hanging off of stuff. Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah. I'm
but I
surprised he
think
didn't help himself.
I think it was all locked down. I mean, fastened down, but
Hey.
locked down. But he.
So what's
he
the
also-
name of the park that you're in, Gary? What's the name of it?
It's called Fairbank.
Fairbank Provincial
Really?
Fairbank.
in Northern Ontario.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
the closest park to where my family lives. So when we
Okay.
leave here, it takes an hour to
Wanna go
get
up
there and
there?
an hour to get back.
Is she wondering?
Sorry.
So we go.
Wait, knock that off.
I'm sorry?
Oh, Pearl and Tinker are playing over there. I'm telling them to knock it off.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear you. It sounded like somebody was growling. I said that couldn't be Gary. It was Tinker.
Get Carol in here. There we go.
I'm there may be some noise in the background. I'm making a nice banana bread for the mother-in-law for tomorrow.
My mom.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Hey,
Oh,
let me-
look at that.
it let me add a picture.
Very nice.
I
Okay.
was actually looking at you guys there. Angela and I follow each other on I don't know what it is, but it's sort of similar to what you guys use. But anyway, I could see where you guys are all the time, and I was looking at that spot. Looks pretty good. You're alongside of the highway there, and it's a river crossing, right?
Well,
Yep.
this is signpost. This is Watson Lake, signpost Forest. This is the back entrance. You can see how close we were. And if I can show another one,
The place you're talking about, Gary, was where we were at 2 days ago. It was right by a lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the Watson Lake.
Yeah. Well, this
which
one
you
you're right, definitely right on the side of the highway at the end of a road.
Yeah. Yep.
And if this comes up, this is a sign I left behind.
Yeah, that was a nice sign. Lennie, pop rivet. Did you use pop rivets?
Self-tapping
Yeah.
stainless steel.
Oh, was it?
Screws? Yeah.
And
That
it
sign's
won't
gonna
let
be
me
there
present
forever.
it. It won't let me present it.
We had a little adventure here about a week ago.
Really a nice
We're sitting right beside a lake, and it was very calm. And then I had my awning out, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one gust of wind came out,
one.
lifted the awning up, slammed it down, and one end fell off.
Yeah.
And I went,
Ooh,
wow.
holy.
What do you mean by one end?
One end broke away from the arm that holds it out.
Yeah.
So the roller came off at one end.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
had
wow.
the stereo.
So it's still mounted. It's still mounted to the side of the coach. It's just out on the arm. It come off.
Yeah. The roller came
So
off.
that's
the end of
probably
the
just
arm.
like 3 screws or something, I think, isn't it? A
It
couple of
broke it.
screws.
Yeah, it broke a piece that
Oh.
it was holding. And it looked like it's actually 2 screws. And they are the smallest screws. It's just so dumb. But there's 2 screws on one end, 2 screws on the other end, and one screw had fallen out. You could see how it was all worn out when I got it apart. And then the other screw had twisted and just broke a piece off. So it fell down. And within about 15 seconds or 20 seconds of it falling down, I was outside holding it, right?
Yeah.
And luckily I was out there that quick because the wind really came up after that.
Yeah.
So I'm holding it and it's blowing and the whole awning is up in a big curve like that. And I'm holding it over towards the RV,
Yeah.
but it's still attached at the other end.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we were running.
Yeah.
Running.
But anyway,
No,
we managed to work it out.
Canadian.
We got it off. We're holding it there. I yelled at my neighbor, you know, and he's a Canadian. So of course he come right over. And he says, I'll hold this end. You go get the other end off. So I grabbed the bit and a screwdriver or whatever, and I took it off and that. And then we got it down, put it against the RV.
Yeah.
And we rolled it up and put it on the roof of the RV for 4 days before it stopped blowing. Eh?
Yeah.
The wind blew for 4 days
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Oh, wow.
we managed to put it back and put self-tapping screws. Instead of 2 little tiny screws, we put 4 self-tapping screws in each end. So it's not coming off now.
We also
And it works. It goes in and out.
Yeah.
Well, I know it goes in. Haven't put it out yet since.
That's a true mechanic there. I know it's in, and that's where I'm leaving it.
yeah,
For now.
we decided to change the
Oh yeah.
awning.
4 years ago, we bought slide toppers for all
Slide
the
toppers, yeah.
slide outs. And the one that's under the awning, you actually have to remove the awning to change the slide toppers. So we said, screw that. And then we're about to put the awning back on. And Carol says, shouldn't we put that slide topper back on that we got under the bed? I went, yeah.
It was brand
So-
new, and we were holding it under our bed for the longest time. So
4 years.
And this one here that we had, it was still in fair condition, but it was
It was brittle. It was torn.
quite brittle. Yeah, it was time to
What do you
change
want?
it. So we did no, Lexi.
What do you want, Lexi?
So we decided to take on the task of changing it ourselves. So it was a little bit
we
of
do
an
everything
undertaking,
ourselves.
but we did it.
Oh, they kind of locked up.
Yeah.
They're frozen.
Well, basically, we realized. Well, Carol mentioned. I went, wow, that's a great idea. So we changed the slide topper before we put the awning on. So it was kind of a blessing that the roller fell off because the other slide topper was wearing out. And,
hey, Don, there's several good reasons to have a co-pilot travel along with you. I have the same experiences with Pearl.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
They find more work for you to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not only do I do the cleaning,
You know what drives me nuts?
cooking,
I'm doing something and she wants to know 4 things while I'm doing it.
Well, why is she talking to you?
Yeah. Exactly. He calls me the hider.
She's constantly asking me to do something while I'm doing something.
Well, Gary and Carol, is there smoke over there?
Not here.
No.
Our daughter is in Calgary, and they had
11.
11 was the rating today.
Severe.
The higher the number, the worse it is, but it's still not bad. I know where you guys are. It's not great right now. Yeah. But
just came in.
Oh yeah, it's out there. We noticed it today. If you try and look toward a mountain, it's pretty hazy out there right now.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll drive out of it. At least that's my hope.
Well, we'll be in Alaska pretty soon. I don't think they don't have smoke.
there you go. You're back. We lost you for the last 15 seconds. Yeah.
Lost who, me?
I have not watched any news lately. Is the fire getting better or worse, or are they? What's going on with that?
Not coming through. Sorry.
No, they locked up.
Oh, now you're back. Yeah.
There we are. We haven't. I haven't seen any news lately. Is the fire getting better, worse? What's going on with it?
I'm not watching
We
the
don't
fires
know.
out there. I don't know.
We're not sure. We do.
I-
We are.
I sent Bob Fires BC.
Yeah, they locked up.
Oh. Yeah, you guys should be able to see what's going on with the BC Fires app, right?
Well, I think I got that app. I'm just been too lazy to look at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easier to ask a guy on the opposite side of the country how the weather is, right?
Yeah, it is actually, but it turns out you don't know anything either. So you haven't looked at the app, and you're the one that sent it out.
Okay, so when y'all freeze, it's freezing on my screen, but Bill's saying it's not freezing on the internet where he's watching it. So it's my internet that's freezing. Okay.
And you're not so great, and Bill's awesome.
What was that comment?
I said that maybe we're not so. Let me wait till everything comes back. There we go.
But when I'm saying you two guys freezing up, he's saying no freeze up. So that means mine freezing up. Can't see y'all. So it's not y'all freezing, it's me.
Okay.
I heard that you guys are traveling with women, but I never see them.
They're busy cooking. Somebody's got to vacuum the rug.
They're
See,
planning
I
our
didn't
next
understand
stops.
that, Gary, I'm sorry.
They're planning our next stops.
Oh yeah.
See, right now everybody's frozen but me, and I don't know if that's true or not. Okay,
Yeah, ours has been working pretty good, Don. Not
they'll be
too much
back here in
lockups here.
just a moment.
Yeah, you're
Gary,
doing.
what were you
Yeah.
saying?
I was saying, Bob got it though, but I was saying I heard you guys travel with women, but I don't see them.
They got better things to do than sit around with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got that right.
they're getting ready for the big card game that's going to go on here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Do you have you bear proof the clam tent?
Yeah, it's definitely that fabric. No bear can come through it at all.
All right.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I leave the door open on it at night so that he don't have to tear anything up to go inside to realize there's nothing in there.
We
Right.
put Don near the entrance. That'll work.
Well,
Yeah.
there have been people that have been taken from tents
Yeah.
by bears. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just be aware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they poop them out pretty quick, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get them back the next day, right?
Yeah.
I think we make so much noise, the bear is not interested. Maybe a grizzly though. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Well,
Yeah.
another
Some
thing
of
too
you
is
can-
another
I'm
thing
sorry,
too
go
is you're in bear country when they're waking up, right? So it's not a good time, right?
Yep. There's
Did
a
you
bunch.
see our video of all the bears we saw? We've seen a massive
Yeah.
grizzly
You
bear.
know what? We have been watching all your videos, but we watch them on the screen over here, and we don't
Yeah.
get to comment on them. So I have to go
Yeah.
back and rewatch them and comment on them.
Yeah.
But we watch
We
them all.
were talking about that. Wait, Gary hadn't commented on any of our videos. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
must
Yeah,
be
I know.
very busy. Carol gave him a lot of chores.
You
That's
know,
right.
He's out there windsurfing with his awning.
yeah, exactly.
Wayne's the guinea pig. He's the one that sits by the door with the bear spray.
Yeah.
We got some. We
So
got
he
some
goes
more,
first.
we got some more good news today
Yeah.
with regards to our storage of our RV today. We found out that we had actually been on a waiting list for almost 2 years, and to store our RV in the park that we actually purchased our little house in. So basically, what she did was she called us up and she says, "You're next. Basically, you're next." And she's allowed us to take a huge parking spot for our RV, which is not very. We were just very, very happy about the whole situation. So she provided us details, and we're now able to park it in our gated community.
Yeah, we live
So
in
do you park it and live in it, or you park it and you're going to stay in your house?
Well, normally we'd stay in our house and we would park it in a storage yard a mile or so down the road, right? But we always worried about it, but we had cameras in it. But now we have a free storage parking spot in our park,
Yes.
in the storage yard in our park.
It's free.
Because there's 640 houses there, but there's only room for about 8 or 10 RVs to park in the storage yard, right? But we finally got one because we're so large compared to the other vehicles, right? We finally got one that actually has water and electric. It doesn't have sewer, but we're hooked up to water and electric in the parking spot when we go back to our house, which will be,
That's nice.
who knows?
So you're
when
going to be living in the house again?
Well,
It'll come.
eventually, yes, but right now we have a fantastic situation. We have a retired couple or a semi-retired couple that is renting our house, which we purchased in 2020.
Yeah, they know about our house.
Yeah, we bought our house. And anyways, our first tenant didn't work out. Everything went bye-bye with her. But we got a new tenant, and these guys are really, really liking the community. There's so much going on.
Great tenants.
It's really, really great.
And the best part of the news is they want to stay longer.
Yeah.
And we want to stay on the road longer.
Yeah. So basically,
You know, one thing that would make me very, very unhappy is if I was a bad tenant and Gary was my landlord and he come to explain to me I had to move out. That would be a bad day.
That'd be a bad day.
we don't have very bad days, not with these guys anyways. They have been
Oh,
so
good.
cooperative. Initially, when we wrote up our contract, they weren't too happy about paying all the utilities. But
we were renting our house. Okay. So you rent your house and you put a price of what it's going to be and you hire an agent to rent it out or whatever, right? They had an agent and we wanted a certain amount of money and they pay the utilities. And we had an offer, which I've never heard of in a rental. They gave us an offer of about 80% what we wanted and they wanted us to pay the utilities. And we just said,
Wow.
I know, right? And we just said, forget that. Just say no. We
Just say
don't
no.
care. Just no.
we'll go on to the next person.
We don't want to negotiate. We're just no, right? The very next day, we got an offer of full price from them, right?
Canada, I don't know. I may be frozen.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yes, they only been traveling in Canada, Wayne.
Yes.
Us? Yeah, we're in Canada in the summer, right?
Wow.
Hey Gary, when you
Did
get a
y'all hear
chance, send me that link to that app again. I can't find it.
Bob's right beside you. He's got it.
I know, but I'd rather ask somebody halfway across the country.
You know what's funny is Lennie's talking and Bob's frozen.
No, he's just not moving much.
Oh, okay.
I'm the
this
one
like-
drinking. I got more important things to do.
Is this like Weekend at Bernie's or?
Yeah.
Well,
I got
guys,
the link. I'll send it to him. Don't worry about it, Gary. I'll take care of what's his name, Lennie here.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
What's his name, Lennie?
That's what I called him in the video we're putting out tomorrow. What's his name?
What's his name? That's okay.
Well,
Sometimes
Gary,
it's better if people forget my name. Depends on what happens.
Well, this one does.
I hope
So-
you
I
stick
forget
around
my own name
after the
sometimes.
show's over here so that we can talk. But
Oh yeah.
my internet or somebody's internet or all of our internet's cutting out, so I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
call it a night. Oh, B Trapper made it. Say
Oh,
hi
nice.
to B Trapper.
Hi and
Glad
bye,
you made
Beat Trapper. Sound like Don signing us off.
Well,
We gotta go play
forget
some
my-
cards.
can I
I
ask a
forget-
question? Am I freezing from time to time?
No, very rare.
Oh,
Very
okay, then
rare.
we can
Yeah.
keep this going a little bit longer.
Okay. Okay.
I was afraid I
You
was
seem
freezing.
like you're
more than
fairly
freezing.
warm.
I just wanted to comment that I saw one of Beat Trapper's videos recently, and I don't know their names, and I'm unfortunate not knowing their names. But the lady in Beat Trapper, she had got some jade, native Indian jade, and the piece that she got is worth a fortune, and it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's a big necklace like this, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's what she does, and she's good at it. And she's got a ton of it.
I've always seen
She's
her.
good at a lot of things. If you go to her Facebook page,
Yeah.
she all kind of cures for different things. Oh, she got all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of their videos. Well, some. I've seen them gathering beads at a riverside, just walking along the shore, and they're like everywhere. You know, it's mind blowing.
I think Gary's locking up again. There you are.
No, we're here. Lenny's locked up.
Well,
no,
what you
Lenny.
said.
Yeah, now I'm active and Lennie's dead. Oh, he came back.
What,
napped
did you
out a
lose
little
me?
bit.
Yeah, we should get the comments up here. What's
Cam,
going on?
Cam and Ken. Okay.
So let's go
All
play
right.
cards, Don. My
All
my
right.
glass
Sounds
is
good.
almost empty.
But we want to talk with Gary and Carol a little bit longer. But I
Okay.
think I'm going to end this live. And I'm glad everybody came and watched. And I hope you join us next week. And don't forget, Bob's
I'm gonna.
video will be out tomorrow, Rob.
Cam and Ken.
Yeah.
K-I-N.
All
Oh,
right.
are they on there?
Cam and
Yes.
Ken.
Can I
Yeah.
can I ask a question before you go?
Yes.
How was the
came on
drive
and
from
up.
Banff to Lake Louise?
Unbelievable. Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
it's-
right?
Magnificent. Spectacular.
The most beautiful drive I've ever seen
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
far in my life.
Gorgeous.
That's the best one in Canada. You're probably going to find something in Alaska that might be better. I don't know, but that's the best one in Canada that I've been on.
That was
Have
amazing.
you been to Alaska, Gary and Carol?
No. When you
No.
get to Lake Louise, we've never been above that. We've gone west to Vancouver through that
Yeah.
way, but we've
Oh,
never
okay.
been above Lake Louise.
We could wait a little bit if y'all want to try to catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't take you long.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to Halifax. We're going to East Coast. Why don't you guys come out there, man? You're in Canada.
Oh, that's a good. Why don't you wait for us and we'll start that way? We'll give you a holler.
You know, since you're in Canada, you didn't even drop by. We're a little offended.
It's only like a couple thousand
You
miles
may-
out of the way.
You may not know this, Gary, but this is a big country.
Crazy big.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy big.
We are actually booked till mid-November.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
yeah,
They're booked till mid-November.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. November 23rd. We're wondering what are we going to do November 23rd.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are booked right to the East Coast. I have a big family reunion going on there in New Brunswick, and then we're going to shoot back to Ontario again, and then eventually head up towards a park called, is it Arrowhead, Algonquin?
Arrowhead.
It's called Arrowhead Provincial Park.
We should let Don end the show, though.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm listening. Y'all keep
All right.
talking.
Yeah, at Arrowhead Provincial Park, and it's got a 50 amp service. It doesn't have sewer or water, but we do our dump and fill. And the park is absolutely spectacular. It is so forested, so beautiful.
Have y'all been to a park yet, provincial park, that has it, that's not stunning? Seems like every one of them you love.
Oh, I think they.
Oh, there
Did
we
they?
go.
There they are.
It was all circles there for
Yeah,
a second.
Yeah. So anyways, we're really looking forward to our events going on this year. Again, we're not too sure what's going to happen next year. I'm really hoping that next fall that maybe we can stay here possibly in Canada over the winter, and then in the summer do all of the states that we had missed in the past years. So
Well, we go to the U.S. in the winter, right? And there's a lot of the states that we haven't been to that suck in the winter.
yeah.
Yes, there is. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. So we want to do a summer trip into
Yeah.
the States.
Yeah.
So we've gone all the way around the U.S., right? We want to do the middle part.
Yeah.
But that northern part of the middle part, it sucks in the winter. So we
Yeah.
want to do it in the summer, like
Yes, it does.
Rushmore, Sedona,
Right.
Grand Canyon, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. That's tentative right now. We'll see how things go.
So in the past, we've traveled in the winter and stayed here in the summer. So we're going to maybe swap it over to stay here in the winter and travel in the summer to finish off the states we haven't been to, you know.
Cool.
But it's a process. Could take 18 months to switch that up. I don't know, maybe whatever.
But we do want to head out west again, and so that's the plan for now. But we're just really happy we got that parking spot, so we could potentially go back to the house for a few months.
Pearl has to work on Carol, because Carol's got me convinced we go to Florida now instead of Arizona. So
There's a few of us that are headed to South Texas too. Don't forget about South Texas.
when
Oh,
this winter?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
there's a few of us heading down towards South Texas to Harlingen and down in there.
For the winter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Well, let's get in touch about that then.
yeah.
Well, hey, Gary, think
Yeah.
about it. Lennie's going to be there too, so you'd have to put up
Oh,
with that.
okay.
Oh, other than there is some negatives, but
Guys, we're spinning. A while ago we was all spinning, so I think we're going to end this. But Gary and Carol, stay on and we can talk.
All right.
Everybody, again, I'm glad you joined us, and hope you see you next week.
Yeah.
So
you just
until
took
then,
us
See you at the next exit, Don.
Yeah.
there you go. Bye.
I'll see you when you get to Canada or this side of Canada.
Later.
Cheers.